Packers wide receiver Davante Adams was hit hard in the helmet by Bears linebacker Danny Trevathan in the third quarter of last night's game. Adams left the field on a stretcher and was taken to the hospital. But Mike McCarthy said this morning that everything looks positive. Trevathan received an unnecessary roughness penalty, but was allowed to stay in the game. We're joined once again by Eric Dickerson. Eric, should Trevathan have been suspended for that hit?
Well, it's funny that last night when that hit took place, I was on the phone with Bears great Richard Dent. I was talking to him when the hit took place. And the first thing Richard said was, "That's a legal hit nowadays."
I told Skip exactly.
That's the first thing he said. That's a legal hit. Should he be suspended? Yes, because of what the NFL is trying to do, you know, with the players in today's game. The NFL first is going to try to protect the NFL. Then the players come second. So was the play a dirty shot? No, I don't think he was trying to hurt him for sure, but it happens. And that's the thing. That's the thing about that's football. Football is a contact sport. And when you're coming in, you can see the first thing Richard said, look, he's coming in already low. He ain't going to raise up. I say, I understand that, Dan. I say, but, you know, it's a dirty hit. He say, I know it's a dirty hit, but they shouldn't call it. I'm like, how they going to call that?
That sounds just like that, too.
Because the thing is that, you know, when we played, they would say, hold him up, hold him up.
Yes.
I mean, they would try to hold you up till the defenders got there, and they were trying to hit you. The thing is with Trevathan, he doesn't have a history of being a dirty player.
No. Right.
And it's the thing is you have a history. I played against players that have history. Andre Waters was a dirty player. Our guy right here on FS1, Seth Joyner, I would get on him. Seth Joyner could be dirty.
He was, like for Buddy Ryan. Yeah.
I was at a golf tournament. I didn't know who the guy was. Burfast, his name Burfast?
Vontez
Burfast. I didn't know who he was. And some older person said, boy, he's dirty. I'm like, really? Oh, he's a dirty player. He played linebacker. See, you have a history. When you have a history of being dirty, you know, it follows you no matter where.
Right.
Yeah.
So should he be suspended? I'm sorry to say yes, he should, just because of what the NFL is trying to do to protect players, supposedly. They are trying to protect them. They're trying to protect themselves, first of all. But I'd have to say he has to be.
Yeah. By the way, Richard put a dent in you in that playoff. The 85 Bears.
Yes, and his thing, and they tried to hold me up.
They did.
You could hear him yelling, hold him up, hold him up. I'm like, oh, you dirty.
Do you remember how many yards you got in that game?
50, I think.
I know Danny from his days in Denver. And as I said, ED, for someone his size, he comes downhill. He's a thumper. He'll thump you now. And because he doesn't have a history, this is why I believe he'll get, at bare minimum, one game. He might get two because national televised. Everybody saw this, and we're trying to protect the players. We're not trying to give out another $1 billion settlement. So we're going to make sure we're going to try to clean this up. Because remember, they used to have jacked ups. They used to have big hits, and they'd all package it together. And then when this lawsuit, like we kind of. We don't want to glorify and glamorize that because that's what we're trying to get out of the ball game. They're doing the heads up.
Yep.
But he led with the crown of his helmet. He hit the guy directly in his face. It's not a good look for the NFL.
Nope.
And as I tweeted last night, it's going to be very difficult for the NFL not to sit him down. So I think he's going to get at bare minimum one game. He might get two. But because he doesn't have a history, I think that's why they'll be lenient on him if suspension is lenient. But if he'd had a history, he might got the Vontez verdict. He might have got 3 or 4 games with this hit.
I agree. He will get a game that he does not deserve. I think he's a good guy who just plays as hard as anybody I see play. And he was rallying to the ball in a rivalry that most people don't understand. It's the oldest rivalry in pro football. And Bears are taught, and I covered the Bears for 3 years in Chicago, they are taught from rookie on, you hate those guys.
Yeah.
They're your arch rivals. So is the emotion running a little higher and hotter than you? Okay, I get that. But he has no history of this, no reputation for this, only a reputation for playing hard and fast game after game. And I think he was victimized a little bit by a reaction of his teammates immediately that most people misinterpreted. They thought they had the ball because the ball got ejected because he was out like a light, man. Like he was gone before he hit the ground. So obviously if the mouthpiece is going to fly, the ball is going to be ejected, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
So the Bears are falling on the ground, and Pernell McPhee, number 92, is down on the ground, sees the ball in a Bear's hand, and he jumps up like this. Well, he's celebrating the football
Right.
because it's 21-7, and they think Mike Glennon just had one good drive, so maybe they think he's got one more inning and they can make it a ball game.
Right.
But it looked like they were celebrating an ugly hit, a scary bad hit, and I just don't. I wouldn't give him a game, but to your point, in today's NFL, they have to be in the mode of protecting the shield.
And Robert,
Yeah.
we played the Raiders one year, Skip, and I was cooking them.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg Townsend was the defensive end. You know Town.
Ooh.
And I was cooking them. And we were pretty good friends. We would always talk during the game. I talked to him after the game, but I was cooking him that day. And caught one for like 52 yards.
52? You remember
Went
that?
for a
Touchdown?
Yeah, went to the hospital. Okay. And I was talking to Skip. You know, I had the ball like here and got a white daddy. I snatched it back from him.
Really?
So we came back on field for the next play. He said, hey, he told Dan Land and Eddie Anderson, man, y'all hit Sharp in the throat. We'll take this 15-yard penalty, but y'all need to get his ass up out of here. I'm like, Town, we cool. He's like, yeah, we cool, but he didn't get your ass up out of here. That's the way they fought.
Okay.
You play a rival like that, and if you see Adams, 38 has him up, but Adams is trying to push forward. Remember, that's the old door. You know, when somebody pushes the door, you push it. And when he caught him flush, Skip, he's getting the game at bare minimum. And the only reason he's not going to get more than that because he doesn't have a history. But he's going to get a game.
And the thing is, you know, he said, I'm going to reach out to him. And, you know, my main concern that he's okay.
Yeah.
Now, in our game,
It wasn't no reaching out.
we don't care.
Reach out.
We trying to knock you out.
Yes.
You know, did you knock him out? Good. Because the next day in the film, they're like, run that back. Look at that right there. He out for you.
You might have got a couple of dollars for me.
Well, you know they call them, we had bounties.
Okay, so which I
Call them bounties. They had
Beth Joyner knows all about balance.
Oh.
The Dallas Cowboys, he does.
Let's just say, if
Well, he does.
if one of your good,
I agree.
if one of your good players on offense didn't finish the game, let's just say we weren't disappointed.
Yeah,
Okay, so which game was better, your NFL or today's NFL?
Our NFL.
At the expense of
Yeah, you paid a price.
We'll leave it there before we get in trouble. Eric, thanks for joining us. Will the Cowboys beat the Rams on Sunday? We'll discuss that next.
Oh, you paid the price.